about dads? Was anybody very close to their father?
My dad's story. Woo.
Was he there?
Never.
You know, he had kids, like 3 of us by my mom. He was just there, just to give us money to go to school, lunch money, and we don't see him for a couple of days, then we see him for next week, and then he's off again, so he wasn't there for us.
I think the best part about my father was that dinner was very important and conversation was very important. And it wasn't gossip and what you do in school today. We talked about what was happening in the world or literature.
Well, my dad would ask us what funny happened that day. He always was wanting to find the funny in our lives because he was a comedian, so that's what he loved.
He's a very bright man, and you know, he always fostered anybody else's dreams except for his own, which might be his own only shortcoming.
But he was a loving dad.
A fabulously loving father.
Yeah.
I went fishing with my dad. Oh, he had me hunting, fishing.
Right. My dad was like that. My dad took me night clubbing. He took me bowling, night clubbing, and in many ways mothered me.
My mother, when I was a child, she went back to school to get her master's and then went back to school to get her PhD. And my father's the one who picked me up from school. And my father's the one who went to my school plays and went to all of my activities.
Wow.
And by the way, I made my husband do a lot of that in the beginning of my daughter's life.
Right.
My father pushed me. When I was in track, I was, you know,
right.
Top of the track team. He's like, okay, you're going to do better. You're going to make the record. Okay, at this point in time, I'm putting a stake here. You should be accelerating this, you know, many seconds by the time you get to this stake. And
my father used to say to me, what do you want to be an actress for? You could be a governor, a senator. You're brilliant. You could be anything you wanted to be. What do you want to be in this lousy business for? He just thought so much of me. And because of his unconditional love for me, I've not ever really had a bad guy in my life.